the latest episode is now after New Girl. Laura, I'm not sure if it's Laura or Lauren. I'll just call her Laura. So she's in the house. We start off the episode with her going out on a date with Connor. They have a conversation, and Connor actually comes out showing interest in the new girl and talking about his relationship with Mackenzie and how he might be sensing some red flags, and in his words, how there might be some aspects of her and him that show that they're not compatible, more so aspects of her that worry him. And he's talking about how he'd like to have more conversations with her in the villa, and he's expressed some interest in her. And during that conversation, honestly, the new girl was just like asking him if he's actually okay, and stating that, you know, it seems like he's actually like a prisoner in that relationship and he doesn't know how to get out of that situation. And I 100% agree with her. I don't think Mackenzie is necessarily like a bad person. I just think like she's being super clingy at the moment. Just her reactions, obviously in the past, her walking away from conversations, her walking away from situations where it's a game or a challenge, and she's been asked to do things that are, you know, fun because it's a game, and out of his control because he doesn't want to be a wet blanket or a buzzkill. So I think she's tripping there. But would I behave like her? Most definitely. I think most likely I would. He gets back to the house and he's so sure that he's going to have a conversation with her and set her straight, but then what ends up happening is that he asks her to officially be boyfriend and girlfriend. And I was like, wow, those two pairs, I mean, that pair really ascended, if you catch my drift. Like, we are waiting for them to drop. So I was kind of disappointed in that, and I'm just like, he can't put it all on Mackenzie if he can't stand up for himself. Like, no one can save you, okay? The subsequent dates were with Johnny and Carrington. Johnny was like super flirty, but then he dialed back. When he got back to the villa, he was like, yeah, I'm sticking with you, Sally, but I told Laura that I'd be open to having chats. So I'm just like, these guys, I just don't understand them. I don't understand them at all. What kind of half-baked assurances are these? I don't know. Maybe it's like a world that guys understand, but me, for the life of me, I cannot understand. If a man wants to be with me, he has to be in it 100%. If he's feeling 50-50, then you're not going to be getting my cuddles, my kisses, nothing. You're going to be a homie until you're in it 100%. Anyways, but the girls seem to be cool. Then the last guy is Carrington. Goes out on a date, expresses interest in her, blah blah blah, comes back to the house, same story, tells Kristen, you have nothing to worry about. So in my eyes, I think all these guys are flakes, and in the outside world, that makes me worried for the girls, because here they are telling you one thing and they're telling another girl a different thing. So it's like, basically, they're all kind of players. And I don't mean like player, I mean players, like ERS. And so those are the dates. But then Laura seems to be pretty confident. She goes about her day in the villa and she's just not worrying, she's not stressing, and I love that about her. Could be because of her age. I think she's been there, done that, or it could be because she's like hot and she has nothing to worry about. Who knows? I think it's the two combinations. So during the day, of course, normal villa talk, blah blah blah. I'm not gonna really go into that because it's the same old situation, right? What I liked was the car wash challenge. Oh my gosh, if there is any reason why you should watch this episode, trust and believe it is the car wash. Like, I can't tell you guys how many times I rewinded it like so many times, because my gosh, those girls are smoking smoking. In fact, I won't try to explain because I'm not gonna do it justice. Go watch it. So what happens is, like, they're supposed to climb up, and then it's kind of like a water slide that you have to go down, but it's not really a water slide. It's more like Waterpalooza with your clothes on. And then, you know how, like, in the car wash there's that kabrush or whatever? Yeah, you're supposed to go under it or whatever, and then you're supposed to fake wash the car and then go give a guy a kiss. And basically you're just being sexy and doing sexy moves along the way. And before you kiss a guy, you have to announce who you want to kiss. So all the girls were sexy, in my opinion. But Moira, because she has an injury, she didn't participate in that challenge. Off the gate, I was just like, oh my gosh, I just don't even know what to do with myself. If I were there, oh my gosh, like, my guy would just be like, please, just pack your bags and go home. I just go down like a kid. I have like zero sexiness in me. Zero. Anywho, in my opinion, so at the end of it, okay, scandals. During the whole thing, the scandalous thing is that Laura chose to kiss Carrington in the beginning, and that was like, woo! Actually, Laura was the last one to go down. I forgot, sorry. Then another person that was scandalous was Justine. Damn. And she chose Caleb to kiss Caleb, and she went all out. I was like, my gosh, like, my jaw literally hit the ground. Smoking. So you guys know Justine be my girl. And anywho, never mind. Smoking. So she kissed Caleb. Trey was just like completely shocked. It was like he was completely blindsided, because when it came to her turn, obviously because they were coupled up, she thought she would pick him, but she didn't. So that was the scandal. Went back to the villa. Oh my gosh, drama. Before they went back to the villa, the boys had to vote for a girl, the hottest girl, the girl who performed the hottest way, and it was Laura that was picked. And I'm not even gonna be mad if whoever was chosen, honestly, would have deserved it. They were so hot. But in my eyes, I think Mackenzie is the one who killed it. She killed it. Anyways, they go back to the villa. Of course, Rachel is pissed at Justine because she was coupled up with Caleb, and she just didn't understand where that came from. Kristen really wasn't pissed at Laura, but then she was just like, I'm way hotter than her, so I'm not even like, I'm not in the confessional, that is, she's not worried and everything. But the way she performed and the way she kissed Carrington, you could tell there was heat there. So Kirsten wasn't mad at Laura, but then she was feeling a type of way about Carrington. And let me say this, I know in the beginning I thought Kirsten was going to like jump ship, and I really wasn't feeling her, but now I'm really feeling her. Like I like how she goes through her emotions, how she handles herself, and how she resolves everything, how she overcomes everything. Do I think she should stick with Carrington? No, I don't think she should. She needs to jump. Before I thought she would jump because she was flaking. Now I'm like, you need to jump because your boy ain't worth it for you. He's not worth it for you. You deserve somebody else. So then fast forward into the villa. Yes, and then now the other person, like now Justine has to run. She has to put out all the fires. So she has to put out fires with Rachel, who's just like, she wants to take a step back from their friendship because she's just like, it makes no sense. And then she has to go and explain the situation to Trey. And previously in the other episode, we saw Justine tell Trey that he should try give Laura a shot. So they were having a conversation where she was just like going back and forth, and everything she was saying wasn't making sense really. She was like, I didn't want to hurt your feelings, and I didn't think it would hurt your feelings because it was a challenge and I took that opportunity to explore something different, like we said we would be open to doing. Okay, there, I'm with her. But then I also see Trey's reason for being upset. He called her a hypocrite and he called her explanation ridiculous, and honestly I wasn't even like upset about it because it did seem that way. Here he was like 100% honest with her, and I guess he hasn't disrespected her. I can't say she has disrespected him, but I think she just hurt his feelings and he just wasn't having whatever explanation she was going to give, and I'm like, good on you. So that's how it all went down. And then basically what he was telling the guys is that like when they're having one-on-ones, she's like assuring him and he's like being open and vulnerable with her and saying that she's saying that she misses him and blah, she's trying to get close. But then so she's basically just sending him mixed signals and he's not about it, and I'm glad he's not about it. And I think, honestly, I think Justine blundered. Okay, true, you have to be true to your emotions and everything, but I think she should have given Trey a fair shot, and she didn't even try to make things like try to explore any kissing and stuff like that. And yeah, so anyways, after that it was announced that there was going to be a recoupling ceremony. So during the recoupling, there were 3 people on the shop. Actually, not 3 people. Many people are on the chopping block. Obviously, Laura has come into the house and she's confused the boys. So it's in the air what boy is going to pick what girl. But anyways, Carrington ends up picking Kirsten. And Connor ends up picking Mackenzie. And what's his other name? Johnny ends up picking Sally. But then the 2 people, okay, no, I think they're 3 or whatever, I don't know how many there are. So it's Trey who's left, and Trey is torn between Laura and Justine, and Caleb who's torn between Justine and Rachel. So the first to pick is Trey, and he was previously coupled up with Justine, but then he ends up picking Laura. Ooh. But I think what it has hurt the most is their friendship. I don't think they'll go back to being the same together, which is a shame. I don't really necessarily think Laura is feeling Trey like that, but I think she's open to getting to know him and giving it a shot. But I just don't feel that chemistry. I don't see it happening. Caleb, now that was where it was really a toss-up. I didn't know which way he was going to go, but then he ended up picking Justine, and I'm like, yo, Justine, she's like a cat with 9 lives. And I was just shocked. Rachel went home. She was upset. She just felt like blindsided. You know, the guy she was banking on, she felt like had lied to her, and her friend that she had in the villa, who she was super close with, like stole her man. So that's how it ended. It was quite tumultuous. So she was dumped from the island, and then at the end of the episode, now we how they left it was like they left it open to the public to choose their favorite couple. So it's either, I suspect that there will be a dumping of a couple. I don't know, but I am excited to see what's going to happen on the next episode. Am I happy with the result, how this one turned out? Yes, I am happy. I suspect I'm going to watch that car wash challenge again. It was just something else, and I loved it, and I think you guys are going to love it too. Anyways, that was it from me today. Let me know your thoughts about this episode. Did you like it? What was your favorite part? Do you think Caleb made a mistake dumping Rachel and coupling up with Justine? Do you think Connor needs to man up and tell Mackenzie the truth? Because there's going to be a moment, a challenge where the truth will come out. So I'm just like, you holding back? is just going to burn you in the end. Are you feeling Laura and Trey? Let me know in the comment section below, and see you in the next one. Peace, y'all.